Cruz's resignation was effective last Friday. She was the nursing administrator at GMH. Hospital Administrator Ray Vega says her reasons for resigning are personal and he could not discuss them. Did Nursing Supervisor Jennifer Cruz resign over this issue?
I don't believe so.
Does she currently work here? Does she still work here?
She's no longer the Director of Nursing Services.
She resigned effective Friday?
Yes.
Did you ask her to resign?
No.
Why did she resign?
It's a personal matter that
you can't discuss.
Yes.
Cruz's resignation, however, follows complaints by nurses at GMH over high nitrous oxide levels within the GMH operating room. Nitrous oxide is also known as laughing gas. It is used as a sedative. High nitrous oxide is a known factor in miscarriages, and according to the Guam Federation of Teachers, which represents GMH nurses, some of the nurses at GMH have complained of high levels of the gas, and at least one nurse has reported a miscarriage. In 2008, before Vega became the new administrator at GMH, there were confirmed reports of elevated levels of the gas in the operating area. GMH launched a monthly monitoring program at that time.
During the 2008, there was an elevated level of nitrous oxide in the operating room. Henceforth, the Guam Memorial Hospital decided to monitor that on a monthly basis. From then, my understanding is they were all within the normal limits, allowable levels, up until October of 2010, wherein, based on a series of normal values, they changed the frequency of monitoring from monthly to quarterly.
When testing switched to once every 3 months last October, the next monitoring was done in January of this year. That's when Vega took over. But GMH did not get the results, he says, of the January tests until April.
The result that was with the company that's monitoring the nitrous oxide was not released to us up until April, wherein it showed elevated level of nitrous oxide in some areas within the operating room.
You got the results in April?
And we got the result in April.
And it showed that there were elevated levels just in January, or presumably in January,
February.
January, February, March?
I think just January, February only.
Vega says the cause seems to have been a defective motor that exchanges air within the operating room, which has now been corrected. And employees who may have been exposed to the higher levels of nitrous oxide have since been referred to employee health for evaluations. Monitoring, he says, has now resumed on a monthly basis. Can you assure the personnel in the operating room now that the nitrous oxide situation is corrected and they are safe?
Yes, we've been monitoring it. Even our air exchanges is good. We have designated the employee health to follow up on the monitoring of the nitrous oxide level. And we have changed the methodology from the frequency of every 3 months. We're back to every month to monitor it.
Kevin Kerrigan, PNC News.